In the ever-escalating battlefield of American politics, words are no longer just rhetoric, they are weapons. And this week, those weapons were drawn sharply, publicly. And without restraint. At the center of the storm stands Jasmine Crockett, a rising Democratic voice known for her sharp intellect and unfiltered delivery. Facing off against not one, but two of the Republican Party's most controversial figures, Donald Trump and Marjorie Taylor Greene, Crockett didn't just respond. She fired back. And what followed was nothing short of explosive. It all began with a familiar tactic. In a recent statement, Donald Trump dismissed Jasmine Crockett as low IQ, a phrase he has used repeatedly against political opponents. For years, it's been part of his playbook: reduce critics to labels, dominate headlines, and shift the narrative. But this time, the response was different. Crockett didn't ignore it. She didn't soften her tone. Instead, she leaned in with precision and power, standing before reporters. Crockett delivered a response that quickly went viral. Her voice steady, her tone unapologetic. She dismantled the insult piece by piece. She questioned not just the comment, but the credibility behind it. How does someone facing multiple indictments, she said, feel qualified to judge anyone's intelligence? It was a direct shot at Trump's ongoing legal battles, including cases tied to election interference and classified documents. But Crockett didn't stop there. She reframed the conversation. This isn't about me, she continued. This is about a pattern of disrespect, of distraction, and of dodging accountability. In that moment, Crockett transformed an insult into an indictment of Trump's leadership style, his rhetoric, and the broader political culture it fuels. But the story didn't end with Trump. Almost simultaneously, controversy erupted around Marjorie Taylor Greene, who had posted a tweet referencing the Pope in a way many found offensive and inflammatory. The tweet sparked backlash across social media, drawing criticism from both sides of the aisle. And once again, Crockett stepped in. Crockett addressed Greene's comments head-on, calling them reckless and deeply disrespectful. She emphasized the importance of religious sensitivity, especially when addressing global figures like the Pope, who represents over 1 billion Catholics worldwide. This isn't just about politics, Crockett said. This is about basic decency. Her words struck a chord. In a political climate often dominated by outrage, Crockett's critique stood out not just for its content, but for its clarity. She wasn't shouting. She wasn't deflecting. She was drawing a line. What made this moment so powerful wasn't just the exchange of insults. It was what it revealed about the current state of American politics. On one side, a strategy built on provocation, personal attacks, and viral moments. On the other, a growing demand for accountability, substance, and respect. Crockett positioned herself firmly in the latter camp. She challenged the normalization of derogatory language. She questioned the motives behind inflammatory tweets. And she did it all while maintaining a level of composure that contrasted sharply with the chaos around her. The response was immediate. Clips of Crockett's remarks spread across platforms like wildfire. Supporters praised her for saying what needed to be said. Critics, of course, pushed back, accusing her of grandstanding or politicizing the moment. But regardless of where people stood, one thing was clear: they were paying attention. And in today's media landscape, attention is power. Segment 7, a new kind of political voice. Jasmine Crockett represents a new generation of political figures, ones who are not afraid to confront, to challenge, and to speak plainly. She doesn't rely on scripted lines or carefully curated responses. Instead, she brings authenticity, something that resonates deeply in an era of skepticism and distrust. Her clash with Trump and Greene wasn't just a headline. It was a signal that the rules of engagement are changing. But beneath the headlines lies a deeper question. What kind of political discourse do we want? Is it one where insults replace ideas? Where tweets spark outrage, but not understanding? Where leaders trade barbs instead of building bridges? Or is it one where accountability matters? Where words carry weight? Where leaders are held to a higher standard? Crockett's response suggests she's pushing for the latter. As the dust settles, the impact of this moment continues to ripple. Donald Trump's comment may have been intended as a dismissal. Marjorie Taylor Greene's tweet may have been meant to provoke, but Jasmine Crockett turned both into something else entirely, a conversation about respect, about responsibility, and about the kind of leadership the public deserves. In a world where noise often drowns out nuance, Crockett's voice cut through clear, direct, and impossible to ignore. And whether you agree with her or not, one thing is certain, she didn't just respond, she redefined the narrative. Because in politics, Crockett reminded us, how you say something matters just as much as what you say, and this time, the message was loud and clear.